Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brooks Knows Baseball, the baseball podcast where we discuss all the going-ons and happenings in the 2023 baseball season. We throw some extra stories in there as well. Before we jump into it today, I would like to say if you have stumbled upon this page, do give us a listen. Also, like it if you like it, share it if you're friends, if you really like it, and if you love it, please feel like subscribing so you can say when we're posting new videos talking about baseball. We try to do this once a week, definitely once a week. Try to do it twice a week. Sometimes it might not line up for that, but definitely once a week where we kind of sit down and discuss the past week in baseball. So as the season does move on, it will get better and better with more stories obviously populating as we go along. But yeah, let's just get right on into it. So one great thing I think about the baseball season, we've already played 252 games. Um, every
Yep.
every team's played at least 7 games. There's really only the Reds and the Cubs. Are they playing tonight?
No, they played
Well,
today.
they have 7 games each, but most teams have 8 or 9 games. And so I guess the big thing so far, John, what do you think of the pace of play and everything like that? The rules they wanted to update.
Again, pace of play I like. Don't like but pace of play, yeah, that's working out good because they didn't need to take so. They're proven, between pitches and stuff ridiculous. But I want to
Yeah,
give a
I tend to agree. Well, it seems like John is lost there, so we'll just go ahead and continue. Speaking of the pace of play, for me, hey, there you go. You're back.
yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't know I left. It was anyway. Yeah, I just want to say the divisions are pretty much going like we thought. Tampa's probably doing a little better than we thought with their
A
nine.
little wait. A little better. They are undefeated. They're 9-0.
They do it every year, man. I mean,
Not that
somehow
they've never done this. How many teams start off 9-0? They
no, but
if
they're always near the front
they're gonna
somewhere.
win. They're gonna win tomorrow. They're playing the Red Sox. The Red Sox ain't no
They
good.
already got a 3 or 4 game lead on the Yankees.
I mean,
You know,
if I asked you right now in the American League, what team has scored the most runs? Who would you say?
I'd probably say Tampa.
There you go. And if I said who has given up the least amount of runs, what team would you say?
Probably them,
Tampa.
but
Their run differential is plus 57.
wow. But
The,
you
well, the the next closest is the Yankees at plus 19, so they are kicking ass.
Yeah. The I think you should give a shout out to Pittsburgh. I think they've got 6 wins already. I didn't see that coming.
No, I don't think anyone saw that coming.
And Brian Reynolds, oh my goodness, he's on a tear, isn't he?
Yeah, the Pirates are 6-3. The run differential is just +1, so we'll see how that continues on. But the Brewers, that's kind of surprising. I figured they would do good this year, but they're 7-2. So that's good. The Minnesota Twins are 6-3. They have a good run differential as well. The Yankees, unfortunately, are doing good, which is odd. They don't have their pitching. They're not even. Their pitching staff isn't even good yet, and they're winning. So that's scary.
Yeah.
Take a look at the National League. The biggest surprise, I would say, are 2 teams everyone thought would make the playoffs, or just about everyone thought would make the playoffs. The Cardinals and the Phillies are both 3-6. With
And the
their
Mets are like 500.
Yeah, the
If
Mets
they're
are exactly
yeah.
500. They're -7 run differential. One thing about the Phillies, but I think it might have been skewed when they played the Rangers, and the Rangers kind of went off one game. But their point differential, run differential, excuse me, not hockey, is -22, which is the worst in the league. And if you take it the best in the National League, it would be the Milwaukee Brewers at +25.
Yeah. The Angels, I think, are in first or tied for first with Texas. But like I said, the divisions are pretty much what you thought for them. It's early. I mean, it's going to change. I doubt Pittsburgh's going to keep up that pace, and Tampa's not going to keep up that pace.
Yeah, Arizona, I don't think they're going to be first place here in 2 months either. But you never know.
No, but the Dodgers, what's their record?
Dodgers are 5-5.
Right, and I remember when we were talking about them, I said, I mean, they're a good team, but they're not what they were.
I think they'll be okay. I'm not too worried about the Dodgers right now. If you look at I'm looking at super duper analytics here, which is the wins above average by position. If you look at the all pitching, the best, well, it's the Rays. The Rays, the Yankees, and the Dodgers are only third. So I do think the Dodgers will turn it on. If you look at, let's take a look really quickly since you brought them up, we'll go ahead and talk about the Dodgers. Looking at their pitching staff, Dustin May. Okay. Again,
Yeah, he's
super
doing really
early.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dustin May, Kershaw, Urias.
and they don't even have Walker. They don't even have Bueller. Bueller's not even there
If
yet.
you add May, Kershaw, and Urias's ERAs together, it wouldn't even equal 5.5 combined because Dustin May's 0.6, Urias is 1.5, and Kershaw's just a bit over 3.7. So they're those three guys are they're going to carry this team. Evan Phillips is doing what Evan Phillips does, hasn't given up anything. Gratterall's not yet, but it's early. I expect Gratterall to be okay. I'm a big Gratterall fan myself, but what's I don't know. What do you think the biggest story so far is?
As far as players, I think Brian Reynolds is just killing it, and Pete Alonso in the last 3 or 4 days has went crazy hitting home runs because he started off sluggish, but now he's hitting. Um, uh, Other than that, I think, well, for me, one of my teams I like, the Nationals. They won 2 out of 3 in Colorado. Of course, they started hitting the ball like unbelievable. But they got a guy named Stone Garrett who didn't make the team, who played a little bit with Arizona last year. He's done since he got called up in the last 3 games or something. It's amazing what he's doing.
Yep.
Um, and like I said, pretty much everything. Judge had 2 home runs today. He's back on pace. So he's kind of carrying that team, I'd say.
Yeah, Brian. Well, let's just go real quick and jump in the stats. Um, the league leader in home runs as of today, Brian Reynolds, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs right now, which I do believe he leads the league as well. And he's hitting 424. So he's on a torrid pace.
Wow.
It's unreal. But if you look at Adam Duvall, he's hitting 483,
Mhm.
545 on base,
Yeah. Well,
slugging. Listen, slugging 1.138. His on base plus slugging is 1.683. He's your MVP for this season and today, which thankfully it doesn't end today.
yeah, but
But
I'll go on record and say he'll end up about 220 hitter,
I will take that
about
bet
his
in a
normal.
minute. I don't believe that. I don't see that at all. But then Luis Perez, he
Well,
went. He's second in the entire league in batting, hitting 467. No home runs. They're not a surprise. You got Matt Chapman at
Luis
450.
Perez
Yeah,
with
unless
Milwaukee. Well,
what?
yeah, that ain't going to continue because he's hurt now.
Yeah. Well, that's his problem. I believe he gets hurt a little bit too much. But Matt Chapman, he is at 457. Vlad Guerrero,
Oh,
444. Dansby Swanson,
and Matt
429.
Chapman.
Uh huh.
Let's talk about Matt Chapman. He looked like he got hurt today on a play. Uh, he tried to stop a ball in extra innings or ninth inning or something, and he was hurting. So I don't know what the deal is with him.
That's not good.
But no.
Taking a look at, I guess some of the not too many guys hit triples. Trey Turner leading in triples, not a very big surprise there. Just because he's a fantastic baseball player. He doesn't have any home runs yet, just only 40 up plate.
Yeah,
Is roughly.
Abrams had 2 triples for Washington in the game this weekend.
Yeah. What do you think of Miguel Vargas for the Dodgers, 23-year-old?
I didn't check him today, but last I checked, he's batting like 214.
But his on base, get ready for
Mm-hmm.
this. He is hitting 214 exactly. That was pretty good on your part there. But his
I
on
know.
base, 577.
You can't argue with that, can you? Hey,
He's walked 11 times in 26 plate appearances.
how
So
about Adley Rushman? He had got on base opening day 6 times and got on 4 hit that game today.
Adley's a stud. He's like I said, he's my my MVP pick. So I don't think this
Yeah.
is a very updated roster because how many hits is he? He's got to have at least 13 hits, right?
Well, we know between 2 games he had 9,
Yeah. So let me take a
and he's
look
batting
here.
400.
So yeah, this is not updated through today. So, but yeah, going into today, he was hitting 313, has a 1 home run. Let's see if I can get an updated list of Adley real quick here. Yeah, we'll go on and talk about Adley because he could be a front runner as well to be a So he's hitting 389 since opening day as a 1.032 OPS. So
Yeah.
Adley is doing exactly what people thought he would do, which is great to see.
And as long as you're on Baltimore, and Gunnar Henderson is not doing what we expected, but it's early, and he's
It
young.
is. I hope that's the case. But here we go. Here's my updated stats. All right. So Matt Chapman is leading the league in hits right now. He's batting 475.
Well, hold on. Who's batting 475?
Matt Chapman.
Oh, okay. But before you got off of Baltimore, one thing you need to mention that super prospect Rodriguez got called up, Grayson Rodriguez, and had a solid outing his first game in Texas. You were at that game, I believe, weren't you?
I was. It's a rough start, good finish.
Yeah. But you saw DeGrom for the first time in person. What'd you think?
He is what he's advertised as, for sure. He's
He's
they
something
couldn't
else.
touch him, but the Orioles aren't hitting good as a team this year.
No. I think their dual batting coach thing's not working
I'm
for numerous reasons.
I'm worried. Speaking of the Orioles, I'm worried about Gunnar Henderson, man. I tell you, he struck out 14 times in 27 appearances. So at bats, not appearances, at bats. So that's worrisome. He's hitting 148. He's striking out crazy amounts, but I mean, looking at the leaders in strikeouts, Nick Castellanos leading with 16, Max Muncy at 16, Brandon Belt. Names you're going to see probably at the end of the year up there as well, so there's nothing crazy about that. Julio Rodriguez, he's also struck out 14 times, same as Ryan Mountcastle and Gunnar Henderson, speaking of the Orioles, but he's also hitting 283. JD Martinez, someone you said would not be doing good this year, is hitting 280. Excuse me, 289. So that's good.
Yeah. We'll see where it ends up.
Yeah. But let's talk about pitching. We've talked about hitting. Well, let's talk about pitching.
Yeah.
What pitcher, if you had to guess off the top of your head, what pitcher has pitched the most innings in baseball? That should be easy because he's the only guy. I think the only guy who's done a complete game so far.
You got me. Who is it?
Alcantara.
Oh yeah.
14 innings is with .7. He's got a 1.8 ERA, 2 games, 1 complete game. He is the only one so far in the complete game. Seth Lugo coming in at second at 13 innings. Dustin May at 13 innings. Drew Rasmussen 13 innings as well. Looking at the most saves in the league right now, we got 4 with David Bednar.
WBC pitcher, huh?
Yeah. Leading the league in strikeouts, Nick Lodolo, 12 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts. 21 and 12. Unreal. Garrett Cole, obviously, who's going to be up there in here. Garrett Cole probably lead the league in strikeouts. What do you think about it? Do you think that's a pretty accurate statement?
Probably.
Yeah. Let's see who's given up the most home runs. 11 runs to sets. Ken Waldichuk for Oakland, who has a solid 14-5.
Oakland, that's
How has he given up 7 home runs already? Good Lord.
An average AAA team. I've watched some of their games. They're sad.
He's given up 7 home runs in 2 games. That's like half a season.
Yeah, that poor team.
Yeah. And well, if we talk about the best pitcher in baseball, let's talk about the worst pitcher in baseball, based off of ERA alone.
Oh, their Japanese prospect, probably.
James Capillarian has a 11.
Oh yeah, another. Oh well,
what his ERA? Guy?
Yeah, Kenji. Yeah, he's got like a 20 ERA or something. I mean, he's got hammered.
He's not even qualified though right now.
Yeah, because he don't last long enough in the game.
No. Well, let's take a look real quick here at the final thing. We'll talk about the team stats, and then we'll have some closing arguments here, and then we'll get going and see you guys soon. But obviously, it's not surprising which team has the highest batting average. Well, actually, it is a little surprising. St. Louis Cardinals have the highest team batting average, followed by the Tampa Bay Rays. That one is not a surprise at all. Tampa, as a team, is hitting .289. They have hit 24 home runs as a team already in 9 games. 24 home runs in 9 games, which to me is absolutely crazy. This is not even their best start, though, they've ever had as a team. So In 2003, they did have their best start, but every win this year has been by over 4 runs. So they have not just
They're
been barely skating by; they've been beating the hell out of teams.
every year they do it. They're right there.
Wander Franco, maybe he's finally going to reach that potential. Hit 351, 4 home runs. Luke Rayleigh, 3 home runs, hitting only 235. Harold Ramirez hitting 3 home runs and hitting 286. Then you got Randy Rosarina, 371, 318 for Jose Siri. Josh Lau, 364. They are hitting and they are hitting good. So it's exciting to see, man. Unless you're an Oriole fan, it's probably not so exciting to see. But it's good to see a small market team and a low budget team be successful.
Yeah, it's good to see. I don't mind them anyway.
No, I
There's
don't
only
mind
one
them.
team I
I
really
don't think the
mind.
state of Florida minds them either. So nobody
They don't
cares.
seem like they really care about them either from the attendance numbers they
No,
usually have.
no. They're pretty piss poor. Look real quick at the. Let's see if I can get the pitching stats here for a team, and then we will get going. Not surprisingly, the Rays team ERA 1.8 in 9 games.
Wow.
9-0, 1.8. Minnesota Twins are second place with a 2.4. The worst team
Cleveland
is
and how's Cleveland?
Cleveland Guardians are ninth at a 3.9.
Yeah, see, they're tied. I
I
think
mean,
they're tied with the Twins for the division, so that's going to go down to the
the,
wire.
the batting average for the Tampa Bay Rays is they're hitting against them 193.
Wow,
That's crazy.
they're doing the job, man. They get the most out of what they got. That's for sure.
Yeah. And the Cardinals pitching staff has given up 287. And think 2 of their players were the WBC starters.
Go figure.
But then the Athletics, White Sox, Nationals, Rockies. Obviously, the Rockies are always up there. But yeah, any what I guess close it up here and what give us some thoughts here and we'll close it out.
Just just play it along here for a while and see how it'll start trending. They'll start separating and just probably similar to what we thought. Um, it's early. It's can't read into a lot, but you can read into a start like 9-0 though, because I remember back in '84 in Detroit went like 35-5, and after that it was over. You know, so no one caught him. So you get a good enough start, you can coast, man.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. One thing I do want to look at here is my American League projections real quick and see how American League MVP projections and see how these guys are doing. So the first one I did have was Bo Bichette.
He's hitting close to 400 last I saw.
Yeah, so let's take a look here at Bo.
But Guerrero's hitting over 400, and that's probably in like 40 at bats. So, I mean, it's early, but you get a good start. It's better than getting a bad start.
Yeah, well, again, looking at Bo Bichette, he's actually leading the team in hitting, total hitting. 17 hits, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, and he's hitting 362. So my MVP pick there is looking pretty good. Then you go take a look at your Don Alvarez, and again, I know he's hitting good. Taking a look there, he is first in hitting as well for the Astros. 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, leads the league in RBIs. And then Adley, which we already discussed. So I think my MVP picks are doing good so far, although it didn't take a genius to really pick those MVP guys. And then taking a final look at the National League MVP projections that I did give out. Let me get to it here. National League MVP, Freddie Freeman, Machado, and Austin Riley. How do you think those guys are doing?
All doing good. And then Machado, I don't know if the game's over now, but he was doing pretty good tonight already. I was watching that game, and then Padres.
Man, he's hitting 308. He doesn't have any home runs, only 3 RBI. But I'm not worried about him actually getting started. So, then taking a look at the Dodgers with Freddie Freeman, he would be hitting 6th on the team. He's only hit 421, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. And then finally taking a look at Austin Riley with the Atlanta Braves, he would be hitting 314, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. So
I have to apologize to Trace Thompson. I was laughing at him, and I think he hit 3 homers in the game the other day with the Dodgers.
wham bam. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to take a look at my MVP picks that are looking good right now. So we shall see. Definitely every one of those guys, barring injury, of course, will be top 5, top 7 voting at the very least. So there is
Yep.
that. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Again, if you followed along with us this long, please be sure to like it, share it, subscribe it, comment on us, let us know what we're doing, what we can do better, anything like that. Let John know to hold the camera a little bit further back so you don't have to see his ugly face so up close. But John, I'll let you do the sign off, and then we can get back to some baseball games.
All right, that's all for now, folks. We'll catch you next time on Brooks Knows Baseball.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, John Boy.